This movie was all anyone could talk about in the year 2002. Today we are talking about The Ring. With a 72% tomato meter, a 48% popcorn meter, and a 7.1 on IMDb, The Ring was released in 2002. With a budget of $48 million, this film grossed $249 million worldwide. Directed by Gore Verbinski, this film is a remake of a 1998 film by Hideo Nakata, which was based on a 1991 novel by Koji Suzuki. This film started the trend in the 2000s of American studios remaking Asian movies. It started it, and God did it happen a lot. Starring Martin Henderson and Naomi Watts, this film was written by Aaron Kruger, who had just written in the year 2000 Scream 3. Interesting fact number 5 about The Ring. Gore Verbinski did not like filming a horror movie. He is quoted as saying, "You get into some darker areas of the brain, and after a while, everything becomes a bit depressing." Interesting fact number 4, Moisco Island Lighthouse is an actual functioning lighthouse that you can visit. It is actually called Yaquina Head Lighthouse, and it is by Agate Beach, Oregon. You can go there in real life. Interesting fact number 3 about The Ring. It's about 50% different from the Japanese original. In the Japanese original, they had characters with ESP, they had volcanoes, they had something called dream logic, and brine and goblins references. Interesting fact number 2, Chris Cooper actually had a role in this movie. It was a small role where he was a prison inmate. He had a scene in the first part of the movie where he tries to convince Naomi Watts that he's found God. And he had a scene at the end of the movie where that is who Naomi Watts showed the Ring tape to. In his prison cell, she gave it to him. The audience was a little off-put that someone they recognized, like Chris Cooper, had these small little bitty roles, disappeared for the entire film, and then came back. That's what they say the reason is why they pulled it, but I think it would have been better that way. I don't think they wanted Naomi Watts to actually be a killer. I think the movie would have been a lot cooler that way. And interesting fact number 1, the Japanese maple tree depicted in the film with fire leaves is a real tree, and it produces a fruit. That fruit is edible by humans, edible by most animals, but is toxic to horses. Interesting little Easter egg to that. Also, that fruit is called Samara, which is the character's child's name in the movie. My retro recommendation for The Ring, I'm giving this film a 7 out of 10 on the must-watch meter. It's not that great, but it was culturally significant. Literally everyone talked about this movie when it came out. For our Halloween rating, I'm giving it a 2 out of 5 on the jump scare meter. Couple in there. I'm giving it a 3 out of 5 on the chills meter. It is a little bit disturbing, especially the tape viewing. And we're giving it a 2 out of 5 on the gore meter. There's not much gore. There are a couple creepy dead faces, but not much gore. I am not a big fan of this film. Probably won't watch it for a couple more decades. It's okay. Probably something you maybe should watch. If you're a big fan of horror and haven't watched it, yeah, you probably should. When this film came out, everyone talked about it. Even my mom talked to me about this film and how scary it was. This was the talk of the town. Everyone couldn't shut up about it. Of course, me and my film friends, all 16 years old, pretentious, are like, no, I'm not going to watch that. I want to see the original Japanese version. It's better than the American version, which... I mean, yeah, we're probably right, but we're 16 years old. What the fuck do we know? But I ended up watching the film. I rented it. It was a VHS tape, and I watched it. I think, actually, this is one of the very few movies that suffers from digital conversion. I think on VHS tape, this is a much scarier premise. It's an actual VHS tape that you're putting into a VCR. I think that makes it a little bit more scary. I mean, if the whole premise would have been shot 3 years later, 4 years later, it would have been, when you watch this DVD, you die. And I think that would have been a little cheesier. I like the analog aspect of it. And the grainy footage, I think as you watch VHS, it gets a little grainy. I think that would have helped the movie a little bit more. Special features for this DVD release, it's got a short 10-minute documentary, and it's got the original trailer. That's it. That is my Halloween recommendation for The Ring.